What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunch with the Clydesdale. Today's the lunch hour on a Friday afternoon. I need it more than ever today. I had a couple meetings this morning. Have one 2-hour meeting right after we're done with this show at 1 o'clock. So, I need you guys to get me through this and talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. So, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here. Like the show, hit that like button. It's free. And then subscribe to the channel. That's a step up if you really like us. And then, would love to hang out with you guys today. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to share my screen. And our guy, Isma Captures, is down at Wodapalooza right now. So I'm going to show some of the content he's been sharing on our IG channel real quick. Here's some shots of what's going on at Wodapalooza. So we got some Laura. There's some Ricky. Cool close up there. Hello, Brooke. Sydney. More Ricky. I think that's Claudia Gluck. I'm not sure. Laura, Kyra, Annika, Sydney, some more, Danny, Jesse. Anyway, huge shout out to Isma Captures for doing that for us. He's been our eyes and ears at a lot of events this year. And he'll keep collaborating with us so you can get some shots of what's going on at Wodapalooza. And then he did this reel of Alexis and the slow-mo Big Kip. But have some major FOMO about not being at Wodapalooza, but the weather does not look awesome. Oh, look at the chat here. What's up, Lex? Kenneth. Lex asks, how's your wife's knee? She is killing it. Had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday, had all of her staples removed from the knee, which has helped increase flexibility. The doctor is very happy that she's actually ahead of where they expected her to be with flexibility and strength. She's able to get up without any assistance out of a chair now. Doesn't even need the walker or a cane to get up out of the chair. But she still needs a walker to walk around on it. It's still not super stable yet. So that's that. And then tonight's the big night where we're going up all the stairs. So she can sleep in her own bed and get a shower upstairs in a full shower. So we're super excited about that. But yeah, she's doing awesome. Couldn't be happier with the procedure, the doctor. Everything has gone really, really well. And the pain is reducing at great chunks now. So she's weaning herself off the pain meds, and looks like we're headed for full recovery in a few weeks. So really excited about that. So watched first day of Wodapalooza yesterday. I have some thoughts. First thought is, if you watched my Christmas show and I did wishes for my Christmas list, one of the wishes I had was that James Sprague would have some good competitions to show that last year was not a fluke. And he's doing great. He is killing the game. I know today is the lift. I know today is some more high skill stuff. So we'll see how he hangs in there. but what a great start for James Sprague on day one. Great to see all of that. My dark horse pick of Max Krieg looks to be pretty good. He's had a nice start too. So that's been awesome. And it was nice to see Saxon have a great finish last night after a couple rough events. So that was fun there too. And then on the women's side, love me some Lucy Campbell. Got to talk to her a couple years ago, right after the games. What just a bright and intelligent person to sit and chat with. And it's great to see her on top of the leaderboard after day one. I know that wrist is probably going to get tested more today. But yeah, awesome seeing her where she is. Can't wait to see today's events that start here. Gosh, in probably like an hour ish. All the day's events start today in about an hour. First one being the lift. And they're doing 3 different stages today: the lifting stage, then the sandbox, then the main thing. So yeah. The broadcast has been pretty good for the most part. The first event was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. The second event, there was some open mic and open cameras that was weird, and hoping that that didn't continue. And then my only beef with the evening broadcast is the lighting. I don't think they realized by going up on top of the stadium in the neon lights and the stage show, the lighting would not be awesome for that. You really had to stay more up close on the evening stuff to be able to see anything. Corey says, considering who's doing the broadcast, I'd say they're doing okay. I'd say they're doing great. If we can get cheaper alternatives to broadcasting these events where more stuff is broadcast and people can see things, the better this is for the sport. We have to root for these guys. We need this to be successful because then other people can do the same thing at a much cheaper rate than what's being offered already. And I hope that they work out some of the kinks and are able to pull this off. And so I hope that Brian Friend and his crew can really pull this off. The first event yesterday was awesome with the drone up the beach. They did an amazing job with that one. It was kind of everything after that was a little crazy. Kevin Doyle said reps ahead was great last night. I'm enjoying the format more with each outing. I completely forgot about reps ahead last night. I'll have to catch up on that today. And maybe we'll talk about that on the Sunday show. So yeah, that should be good. We are probably 99% going to move the Sunday show to Monday because we need Wodapalooza to finish. And we have the NFL championship games all going on Sunday. So we are 99% sure we are moving the Sunday night show to Monday night. And we'll talk about reps ahead on there for sure. I've actually liked the last few reps ahead a lot. I like that it's quick and it's over fast, and hopefully I can see it before someone spoils it for me. Corey Leonard, a couple of bad moments when people were asleep at the switchboard, but other than that, I ain't mad. Yeah, I mean, there was some little stuff that needed cleaned up. When the people have the camera at their side and they're walking and somehow that becomes the shot, that makes me want to throw up sometimes when I'm watching on the big screen. So yeah. But kudos to what they've pulled off. Corey said reps ahead was pretty cool. I like watching two people destroy themselves trying to win. Yeah, it has a different element because you're really trying to close it out. It's more like a boxing match than it is a CrossFit comp, but it's done in a CrossFit style. So I think it's gaining some momentum on me for sure. The first couple I was meh, but the last couple I've really, really enjoyed watching. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with that going forward. Any other story? The last thing I'll say about Wodapalooza, and this is what's always difficult with the off-season events, and that is that you really don't know who comes into the event prepared for everything. And there's, noroviruses going around, some different things like that. So there's some performances that look like they're just not there, and you don't know if it's that, hey, just came to Wodapalooza to have fun this year, or I have a touch of the norovirus, or some of those things. But it makes it really hard to pick or play the Heat One app when those things are happening, and it's hard to like factor that in as something that could happen. And so I actually have a hard time with that a little bit, because some of my favorite athletes are not doing as well as they would have otherwise. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's illness or just, hey, I'm here to have fun and just do what I can this weekend. So, or maybe they're nursing an off-season injury. We don't know any of that stuff. So, but yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. I think the better, more watchable events are going to be today. I hope. Some of the events yesterday, that last one was tough to watch. You couldn't get a lot of the floor because of the nighttime, the dusk lighting, and things like that. And generally, one person went out to a pretty big lead. Kevin Doyle says, Savon's crew did a much better job at Crash. Like I said earlier, I don't want to compare and contrast. I want as many people doing this that can do it successfully as possible, because the more people can do this and make a cheaper alternative for events, the better we're all going to be. That we'll be able to watch more stuff is just better for us. I will say Crash is a very contained area. All the events kind of happen in one small spot, where Wodapalooza is much bigger and would be much harder to cover. Like doing it with drones, I thought that was exceptional. And I'm not comparing and contrasting each one. I thought both have done an outstanding job with what they're up against, not having a production truck, not having all the stuff of a very professional stream. But we need them to be successful. We need all of them to be successful. So that more of us can do it and figure out ways to broadcast as much as we can. On a couple other notes, because I do have that 2:00 meeting, we have Championship Sunday coming up in the NFL. We have the Eagles and the Commanders. Who would have picked that at the beginning of the season after the Eagles' gigantic slide at the end of last season to now be in the championship game? Saquon Barkley made all the difference in the world for that team. And being a Penn State fan, I love seeing that. Who would have thought that a rookie quarterback would be leading his team to the NFC Championship game in his first season? And he has the potential to be the first rookie quarterback to take his team to the Super Bowl, which is amazing. The current line on this game is the Commanders are getting 6 points. I'm actually picking the Commanders to win outright. So Commanders outright, and I'll take the 6 for both bets there. In the other game, we have Chiefs Bills. This will be the 4th time that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes meet in the playoffs. Superman and Superman 2 are all fighting against each other. Patrick Mahomes has come out on top most of the time these two have met. But I think this is Josh Allen's year. I think that the Chiefs are going for a three-peat, which was never been done before, but I think this is the year that Josh Allen gets his break and gets the Super Bowl, and he beats Patrick Mahomes. The line on this game is Bills are getting 1.5, so I'm picking them to win outright, and I'll take the points on that bet too. So taking both underdogs in the Sunday championship games this weekend, the Bills and Josh Allen, and I'm taking Jaden Daniels and the Commanders to win both games outright. And we would have a Washington-Buffalo Super Bowl. So there's that. And then this is Vinyl Vault Friday. And I just got this the other day in the mail. So I wanted to share this. This is my one share. We're just doing one today. And I got this in the mail just the other day. This is the Aerosmith box set. I had a couple old Aerosmith albums. This is a 4-album box set. I don't know if you can see the thickness. There's all the records in there. And there's a photo book in there as well from tours from the beginning of their career all the way to now. So that's pretty cool. And then the first 2 albums are all Walk This Way with Run DMC and Before. So songs like Dream On, Sweet Emotion, Train Kept Rolling, Big 10-inch Record, Toys in the Attic, Back in the Saddle, all of those old Aerosmith albums. And then the last 2 albums in this box set are all after the Run DMC Walk This Way. And it's like Dude Looks Like a Lady, Ragdoll, Angel, Crying, Living on the Edge, Eat the Rich, Crazy, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Just Push Play, Jaded, all of those. So what's cool is like half of this is newer Aerosmith stuff. And I say newer, 80s and later. And the other half is the 70s, early 80s Aerosmith, which really is a cool way to kind of look back at their career in a very nostalgic way that you can do both. So highly recommend it. I was able to get this for 50% off after the holidays. So that made it very affordable because box sets are generally not affordable for me. But that one made it that way for me. And so, yep, Aerosmith box set, their greatest hits, all in one box, 4 records, spanning, 40 years of music. So, yeah, fun stuff there. That's really all I had on the docket today. Today's a short one because I do have all these meetings, but can't wait for Wodapalooza today. I need to get caught up on reps ahead. Anything that you guys saw at Wodapalooza that you want to make a comment about? Jody, late for lunch. It's hard to start without you. You're a staple. Aerosmith is and was a great band. Yeah, it's funny, like going back and listening to, my wife and I listened to 3 of the 4 albums already. And it's so much fun listening to the old stuff. It's like you forget how good they were back in the day. Corey says too much sand. I get embracing it, and I'm kind of with you on this. Like just trying to do fitness in the sand for what's going to be 3 of the 6 events seems to be too much. But let's see how I'll see how it plays out today. Yeah, I hate sand. Me personally, I hate sand. I love the water. I love being near the ocean. I love all that stuff. I just don't like the sand. And I cannot imagine doing 3 events in the sand at all. So I'm kind of with you on that one. And what teams are doing 3 out of 6 as well? My Heat 1 app is doing okay. I think I'm like 180th. Also, for being on Miami Beach, I haven't seen the sun, but maybe once. Yeah, the weather at Wodapalooza is so unpredictable. I have been there twice, both years. At least one day has been rained out, or moved or affected. It's crazy. And it's cold. Like the last year I went, Kat and I were there, like we were freezing. We did not have the clothes for I think the temperatures got into the high 30s and it was freezing. And while I love it down there, I love the like CrossFit family reunion feel of it all. I love seeing so many people. Uh, the weather is just so unpredictable and it's so expensive to get down there. And by the end of the day, I cannot stand techno music anymore. I will tell you that as well. It is so cold in my basement. Oh my gosh, hopefully it's supposed to warm up here. Corey, do you still have snow down there in Louisiana? Are you starting to warm up a little bit? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, with that, guys, I've got to prep for this meeting. I actually have to eat some lunch. With that, it's fun hanging out with you. Again, Sunday night CrossFit most likely will be Monday night this week. So look for that then. And I'll probably skip the lunch and save everything for that night to talk about it with Carolyn and Jamie. Corey said there was still snow on the ground this morning, but not much. Yeah, we still have snow just because it's cold and turning to ice. But with that, guys, thanks a lot for being here. We'll check out some stuff. Jody says my hair is ready for TDC cornrows. Pretty much. I need to get a haircut so bad. So bad. Yeah. With that, it's been fun, guys. But lunch hour's over. Get back to work, you hooligans. Because here we go. Bye, guys.